Hey, welcome to this super quick introduction of Exportly, the Clay-powered Chrome extension for sales reps. So here it is. It works all over LinkedIn, whether you're on regular vanilla LinkedIn or you're over here on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And I'll just give you a quick overview of how it works. It basically is a Chrome extension that allows your sales reps to do their best prospecting work all over LinkedIn, but powered by Clay data. So it's an extension that actually connects to your Clay account, to your Clay workspace, and it allows your sales reps to work all over LinkedIn using the data that is in your Clay account and the workflows that are in your Clay tables. So it's incredibly powerful and flexible and leverages the best-in-class data that Clay gives your team, but it is very simple to use, and your reps don't actually need to log into Clay, nor do they need to learn the complexities of Clay to actually be able to get the value of Clay, which is the data and the workflows that can be built inside of it. So I'll show you how to use the extension as a rep would use it. So if we're over here looking at Jason Lemkin, we're trying to get maybe a meeting with Jason, we're trying to sell him something. We can open the side panel, Exportly over here, and we've got some information on him. And this is already information that's coming from our Clay account. So this is a 20-word summary of Jason that was generated using a Clay table that actually takes information from LinkedIn and other sources, uses an AI model in Clay to actually summarize that information and spit out just a 20-word summary. So what Exportly really allows you to do is generate custom data that then you can insert into the Exportly extension and show to your reps. So your reps are kind of enabled with customized data points that they just can't get with other Chrome extensions. All the other Chrome extensions out there are giving you boilerplate data points that you get with every other extension, like industry and company size. But with Clay, you can feed your reps custom data that is custom to your sales motion. Here we can see what he talks about on social media, etc. But let's say we need his phone and email. So obviously Clay is famous for having the best contact data via its contact data waterfalls, its phone and email waterfalls. Well, with Exportly, you can easily access them for any contact just by clicking these two buttons and start enrichment, and boom, you basically get to send any contact on LinkedIn to those waterfalls, retrieve their information, and get them back. There you go. There's his email, there's his phone. And you might be wondering, can I do this in bulk? Yes, you can. You can do it for anyone on Sales Nav, on a list, anywhere at all. You can select everybody and perform the same action. So coming back to Jason here, of course, we've got his phone, his email. We can click to copy any of that information if we'd like. The next thing people often want to do is send to CRM, send to sales engagement tools, to Sequence, and Exportly allows that, but it doesn't just allow it the way that previous tools and previous Chrome extensions have allowed it. It allows you to do it in a way that is very customized and in a way that gives you on the RevOps side full visibility and control. So I'll show you that right now. So if you go to My Workflows as a rep, you can select any Clay table in the workspace that your admin on the RevOps side has provisioned. So here, for example, maybe I want to do some research on a prospect and figure out what their LinkedIn profile is, their Twitter profile, and maybe also I want to send them to our HubSpot and maybe to Outreach, but we'll do that later. So we send them to HubSpot and do a Twitter profile lookup, do a little bit of research using AI. So I'll send them to this table, and just before I do, I'll just show you what's happening behind the scenes. This table here is a send to HubSpot table. So every time my rep sends a prospect to this table via Exportly, this table is going to add that person to HubSpot automatically. Now, the beauty of these kinds of tables with Clay is that you can entirely customize them. It gives you full control and visibility over the way you're adding contacts or leads and objects to HubSpot in a way that you just can't do with other tools. And you can also enrich them before you add them to HubSpot. You could add phone and email. You could add other data points, et cetera, et cetera. You could use AI, for example, to do things. So very customizable, full visibility and control. So we're just going to add him there. And we're going to also do some research on his Twitter in the meantime so we can multi-select tables. And so when we do that, again, we're going to get some additional fields here. And here we're going to actually get the HubSpot link to his profile in HubSpot so we can just quickly navigate to that. And if the search for his Twitter profile is successful, then we're going to get it here. And as that's happening, we can also, over here, you can see the Twitter profile search. So he's been added to this table. This is how the Twitter profile table looks. Again, this is a Clay table in the back end that's running, and it's running here. Now, again, the rep would never have to go here, would not even need to log into Clay. But on the RevOps side, you have full visibility into what's happening, who's adding the rows, etc. You also get a little mini CRM, essentially, called the People View. So you can search for anyone you've previously enriched over here, like Jason and others. So that's very easy. So if you go back to Jason, you've got his HubSpot link there. You've got his Twitter link there. You can easily visit any of them, open that up, and you've got his Twitter. Boom. So you could follow him, engage however you want, and very easy. So any of the things you've seen here are just as easy to do with bulk enrichment on bulk contacts in Sales Navigator. So I could take all these people, send them to Salesforce table or outreach, send them to an outreach sequence, etc. Hyper customizable, and you can build tons of different workflows, and far more than any other Chrome extension. So it's a very customizable and extensible Chrome extension. You can do the same not just for people, but you can also do that for companies, which we don't have time for in this video. But hope you enjoyed it. If you want to learn more, ask your Clay rep, your Clay growth strategist, or reach out to the Exportly team directly.